This is Sandara. And she is our rough-legged hawk. There you go. Okay. And she also has very similar injury to what Evie has, where you can see that right wing is not able to fully extend. So that is because she was actually hit by a vehicle.
Are they ever aggressive to their handlers?
At the end of the day, they're still a wild animal.
Yeah.
That is a true statement. And a lot of these birds, these are not young birds that we're handling. These are adults. They were adults in the wild. They know what that freedom is, and that's what they want. But she's looking around. She's seeing these trees. She doesn't want to hang out with me and us. She wants to go back to where she came from. Unfortunately, you can't. So she is unable to fly successfully, which means she's unable to hunt. So she would basically, if we were to let her go the way that she wants, she would starve to death. So if I can get her to turn, we were talking about DV, how he does not have the proper equipment on his feet to be able to handle these cold Wisconsin temperatures. So he migrates out of here. These guys actually migrate to Wisconsin because they are actually found in Antarctic. So she has, if you can see a little bit, she has feathers that go all the way down to her little ankles. Basically, it's only her feet that are exposed. So she is able to handle these really cold temperatures. So we actually have to keep an eye on her in summertime when it gets too hot, that we might have to bring her in, which is the opposite of a lot of birds. But that's also why we got her in February when she was hit, which would make sense because she's hanging out with the great winters that we have. Another thing with her was because she is from the Antarctic, she has a much smaller head. So she can be confused with a red-tailed hawk very often while they're flying. Difference is that she has a much wider wingspan and is much more pointed. Those feathers at the end are not as blunted as a red-tailed hawk. Head is much smaller, beak is much smaller, the feet are much smaller. All of those things are meant for her to be able to survive through those cold, harsh winters, where she will not be losing all of her body heat from those exposed skin parts that the other bird that they have. And she actually, another interesting thing about her, they, being a rough-legged hawk, they actually have so they're dimorphic in their phases between a male and a female. She is a female, and the reason I know that is because she is a beautiful little blonde. When she was first admitted to us, she was a lot darker, but still had those kind of golden feathers. And as she matures and gets older, she will get lighter and lighter, where a male, the counterpart, will get darker and darker. So a lot of our birds, you can't tell the difference between a male and a female besides their weight because the women are much bigger. They got to be able to handle those eggs and protect those eggs. Where these guys, they actually have the coloration differentiation, which is something that is almost unheard of in the raptor world. I'm going to put her away because she's very stressed out right now.